day, our most lovely viewers. My name is Angelo with the updates today. Thanks for joining us. All right. Now, in as much as this country is ours, we need to really put hands on deck to make sure that we make everything work. What am I trying to say by this? Our successive federal governments have given space for lots of foreign companies to come to this country or to come to Nigeria and thrive and, make money at the expense of the population of Nigeria and not contribute positively to the growth of our economy or our GDP. All right, I brought an expose earlier about an Indian company named Indorama. All right, now Indians over time have been part of the foreign community that have come to Nigeria, made money from companies, and have even indulged in illegal activities and businesses or business ventures in order to make money for themselves, and have found it hard to contribute positively to the economy by paying their own taxes as well as other revenue or other forms of revenue. All right, and then a very, very strong investigation into this activity showed that these Indian companies are allegedly very loyal to successive federal governments, especially this present government or administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How? We all know of the link Bola Ahmed Tinubu has with the Chaguri group. We are well aware of the link that the federal government also has with the owners of Indorama Petrochemical Limited. All right. Now, alongside Indorama, another Indian company has been called out and exposed for having dealings with the federal government, benefiting from our economy and its non-compliance to tax and other forms of revenue. So I will be exposing how the two Indian companies and their owners crookedly have been looting Nigeria and its business platform dry, and also how their corrupt businesses and empire have expanded in Nigeria over a long period of time under our successive federal governments. Now, this expose is quite different from the one we first had that was centered on Indorama, but this particular one is centered on two owners, all right, or two companies, all right, belonging to two popular people. The Sandasera brothers are allegedly the owners of Sterling Group, and Indorama is owned by the other Indians, all right. But the truth remains that the Sandasera brothers have been on the run from the authorities in India because of their, over time, their involvement in corrupt activities and all that. So they have come to Nigeria to stay, but they have not been peaceful in Nigeria because they have been looting Nigeria dry of various, funds in oil via their business strategy and business platforms in the Rama and Sterling Group, respectively. Nigeria is currently going through economic challenges, not just because politicians are looting daily, but because foreign-owned companies are cashing out big on the economy of Nigeria, shortchanging the country and bringing down the country's GDP. Two Indian companies, namely Indorama and Sterling Global, are two owned companies that are looting Nigeria either through tax evasion, oil bunkering, or other forms of economic crimes. To expand their corrupt business models, the two companies have several others they have created. While Indorama owns Indorama Petrochemical, Indorama Fertilizer, Indorama Ventures Packaging, Beef Pack Nigeria, etc. Sterling Group, on the other hand, owns Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company Limited, SEEPCO, Sterling Energy Limited, and many other smaller companies under their belt. For more than 10 years now, Indorama has not faithfully paid taxes to Nigeria. Within that same number of years, Indorama has defrauded Nigeria of more than $3.7 billion from nitrogen gas and propylene-rich feeds, according to formal exposés. On the other hand, Nitin and Chetan Sandasera, the two Indian fugitive brothers who own Sterling Oil and Energy Exploration and Sterling Global Oil Resources Limited, have been carrying on illegal oil bunkering in the Niger Delta using VLCC that can load up to 2 million barrels of crude oil worth $164 million at the current rate. Indorama and the Sterling Group, two companies owned by Indians respectively, have been looting billions from Nigeria, and until a serious government holds foreign business accountable, Nigeria will continue to lose revenue to these Indian companies. But guess what? The two Indian frames donated several millions of dollars to the Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidential campaigns. Right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still Nation Voice Tower. Okay, you've watched the expose there. Now, straightforwardly, Sterling Group is one, group that has lots of companies in Nigeria as well as in Indorama. Now, these two people and the two owners specifically are people of questionable character. If a man of questionable character goes outside the shores of Nigeria to another foreign country, especially countries as big as India or US, it doesn't take time until these people are fished out, because these countries are so perfect or nearly perfect and transparent in their dealings, especially when it comes to security. They are so conscious about their security and their environment that they quickly fish out offenders, all right, or erring inhabitants, okay, whether visiting or inborn, all right. But Nigeria has failed to meet up to expectations, okay. Nigeria has, for a long period of time, housed the Sandasera brothers in their dealings in Nigeria, and two of them have been running away from the Indian government, but here they are taking rest in Nigeria. This is a link to tell you that the government and administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has really been an abode to criminals and other people with questionable dignity and background. I will not say much on this because we all know how these things have played out over time. This is the third expose I am bringing or I am making on the Sandasera brothers and other Indian companies benefiting positively from the Nigerian economy and allowing our economy to collapse in a very, very drastic manner. All right, I want to use this opportunity to call on the various anti-graft agencies, okay, and the other parastatals involved in this. I don't want to call names directly, to please probe these activities and make it known. But I am doubting at the same time, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is at the helm of affairs and he is like a father to these dubious Indians. So we will just cross our hands and see miracles happen. Now, still on the River State crisis and controversy, I have one Mr. Fineface Dumnamene. Mr. Fineface Dumnamene is a political scientist and a public affairs analyst. Now, according to Fineface, he says he sees Governor Sim Fubara coming out of this Nyesom Wike controversy untouched and unperturbed, with little or no problems, according to the political analyst. According to him, this is due to the change in trend of recent events and the recent happening in the House of Assembly in the state, aside the fact that 27 lawmakers have defected. 2 other lawmakers have redefected from the APC back to the PDP, where they came from. And recently, there has been a declaration of all these 27 seats, or let me say 25 seats of the lawmakers who defected to the APC vacant. It has been declared vacant by the speaker, who is honorably loyal to Sim Fubara. Please stay tuned for Fineface Dumnamene.
Yeah, somehow I see the governor being able to come out, because as we speak at the State Assembly, a lot of issues have been addressed at that level now, because with the declaration of the seats of the other 27 lawmakers vacant and demolition of the State Assembly, there is now a kind of relaxation, somehow stability in the assembly area. Now, what else could possibly happen? Yes, the governor is in the Supreme Court. You know, there could be a decision there that can keep him or remove him. But whatever it is, I believe that at the state level now, henceforth there is going to be some level of stability and governance can now begin, because the appropriation bill has been submitted to the State Assembly and been deliberated upon today. I don't know. It has not yet been passed. It has not been assented to. But to an extent, the governance will no longer confront a kind of a standstill that we thought was going to happen before the developing stories that we have today. But in all of this, I think that the tide is a bit down now, and it will continue to be down as from today, although we don't know what is in their plans and what will happen any moment from now. But the point remains that the ordinary people on the street are feeling the impact of this, and everybody wishes that everything goes calm so that people can go about their normal businesses and they are able to not have any threat, because around the assembly area that hosts the police headquarters, you have a lot of people cannot pass there. Security there is very, very tight. You cannot just pass there except you have something very serious to do. And people of Rivers State may have wanted to go to the state assembly to go to the police headquarters to carry out some business with the police, but they can't go because of the way things are there. And that is why we also have the court. So a lot of impacts are being felt here, and the people are suffering. And I think step needs to be taken for parties to the suit, parties to the the crisis, to sheath their sword and be able to calm down to ensure that Rivers State is able to go back into governance. Politics is over. This is the time of governance, and the people are expected to get something from the people that they have elected into office.
Okay, I would not blame anybody, but Sim Fubara is supposed to have the upper arm here because he's a governor, all right? Nyesom Wike is just trying to make politics very, very hard. And I think this would serve as a lesson to any other person that brings up this kind of allegation in the near future, because I would have lots of lessons being learned from the Sim Fubara and Wike controversy. Kudos to all those putting hands on deck to see that the government of Rivers State is untouched by any pro-Wike supporters or any of the plans from Nyesom Wike. Although Wike may already have the federal government at his back or behind him, but I don't think the people of Rivers State would allow danger or would allow any sort of political malfeasance to face their own government, especially a government that is well approved from the people, a government such as that of Sim Fubara. All right. Hence, the reason why I feel the two lawmakers who redefected from the APC back to the PDP saw a vision and they know that this may not end well. Kudos to those lawmakers too. Finally, the Nigerian National Petroleum Commission Limited, or Corporation Limited, I beg your pardon, and its boss, Mele Kyari, have replied the socio-economic rights and accountability project, SERAP, on their earlier statement when they asked the MD of the NNPCL, Mele Kyari, to disclose publicly the daily oil production and export rates to Nigerians. This reply is sort of, having grudges behind it, because the former question was like a sort of probe. So let us listen to Mele Kyari.
And we know that there's a line of sight around this. I'm very confident that by end of first quarter next year, those margins will narrow and stability will come, and you will see others coming into the market. So what we are doing now is that we are managing that instability because we are bulk buyers, we have access to market, we are huge buyers, and we are able to lose in one cargo of import and also stabilize on the other. Overall, in average is that we are not losing money. And I also inform you, Mr. Chairman, that up to October 2023, we're able to deliver 4.5 trillion naira as a company to this country. Mr. Chairman, every national oil company has a trading company. We have always had one. It never worked because we are working under a sort of commercial setup under the corporation, a number of things that are not clearly necessary. But today, the reform has brought us to be at par with our peers across the globe.
Okay, Mele Kyari with the answer there. I don't think you have any answer to give Nigerians. Serap were so correct to call you out, and then also to talk about what Sanusi Lamido had said. All right, that is how it has been working, and you need to be called out countless times. I don't even know why the government or this administration is probing the NNPCL. Yes, not because I am of the opinion that the NNPCL should not be probed. No, please don't get me wrong. I am of the utmost opinion that NNPCL should be probed to the teeth. Yes, but the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government is probing the NNPCL and they have refused to change anybody in the hierarchy of the NNPCL, the DPR, and all, and all that, all right, that should tell you that there is a foul play somewhere, all right. It's just like pot coming to call kettle black. I don't think there will be a headway. So it brings us back to that point where we have always been. So if the probe will be very, very effective, it should be made effective from now. Let us know the activities, not having Mele Kyari coming all the time to plenary sessions and committee meetings to come and answer as if he is really on the right side. Thank you so much for staying this far. Please, thank you for your support over time. Don't forget to like this video, share this video too to every platform you belong to and social media handles, and don't also forget to tap the notification bell and the subscribe button if you have not done so that you will get to see me promptly anytime I am dropping a new update. Please watch till the end, and also do well to drop a comment for us in the comment section. These comments make our reviews better and easier. Very, very good of you over time to really, keep faith in us with all the work we've been doing throughout the course of the year. See you next time. Bye.